How are you today? It's cold.
Yes, it is cold as hell. I'm doing good. I'm doing good though. I'm doing a lot of different projects, a lot of different community building, a lot of work on the artistic side, a lot of new music. Yeah, the music is crazy and it feel good. You know what I'm saying? I had like some super raw ass music for people, and a lot of it is the creative things that we doing since we relaunched the era. We just capped off a 10-year anniversary from last year. So we've been really mobilizing and pushing that and gearing up for this next decade of artistic excellence. So we just relaunched new everything, new website, new mission, new team, new logo was about to drop soon. Of course, we just dropped our latest EP last year with Tech Life Records, Combo Pack. So if you didn't listen to it, go listen to it. Definitely some different shit. And yeah, we really just pushing this new brand to a different level, for the next 10 years. And, January is an important month because this is like the kickoff again. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of new shit that's about to drop, a lot of secret shit. You know what I'm saying? We got a new base called Footwork Saves Lives Tribe. It's a direct core base that we build, and it's a small community now. We building it from the ground up. But you could just, hit our website or hit any of our links so you can find out the mission that we're a part of. It's not just us trying to get you to buy something. Like we really products of this Footwork Save Lives thing, and that's our mission, to save people through the arts, through footwork, through a footworker's lens, or just footwork in general, because we got direct products of it. Who knows what we would be if we didn't have footwork, especially being young youth coming up in Chicago. And that goes for whether you're a woman or a man. So having this type of culture and it being 30 years strong and having this new mission statement, it gives it a new meaning. So footwork has a place around the world, just like people just who love footwork. We all have this cause and mission to help get it to the next level and bring in the youth and empower them to do greater things with it. And I think that's important, this community that we build. So, but also, not only do you get to do that, you get, exclusive access to, new music early, new videos. You can talk to us directly, talk about some of your artistry. And it's a real tight-knit community that we building to really push the footwork culture to another level in terms of having everybody be a part of this one thing that we move. So yeah, there's a lot of new things on the horizon.
So the era started in 2014. Like, when did you start footworking? Like when you was like 5? Give me the backstory.
I was a late bloomer for working, more or less. I got this thing where I know how to hyper focus. So I had been footworking like I want to say my freshman into sophomore year of high school. Most people have been footworking, they was kids. You feel me? Like I was like late. So I was like maybe 15 when I first started. I just got good really fast within that first year and did a lot within that first year in terms of like making my name, battling across the city, catching the bus everywhere, finding people to battle, finding the legends to learn from. I was doing all that shit in the first year, you know what I'm saying? First year and having it. And I just kept that passion going on. It wasn't more so trying to be better than anybody, just more so trying to be the best version of me to become the best that ever kicked a leg. And, it transpired that way more or less.
Mm-hmm.
In certain ways, shapes and forms. But in terms of the era started from me and some of my closest friends, my best friends and like my brothers. They came to my group, Terror Squad.
I remember Terror Squad.
Yeah, that's my upbringing. That's where I come from, whatever. You feel me? That's my first family, you know what I'm saying, in the footwork world. A lot of close-knit people from that I grew up with. Manny, Chief Manny and Stilo, they came to Terror Squad in like 2000 and I want to say 9. I was already kind of like had a name in the industry, and Terror Squad was the group, you know what I'm saying, to be in or to try to be in. So when they got in the group, but I was the youngest person in my group at a certain point, and everybody in Terror Squad was way older than me, like at least 5 years, maybe 6 years older than me. So when they got in the group, it was like finally people my age that I could like get cool with or like understand things, or I wasn't doing grown shit. I was able to do shit that people my age was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we kind of like got close knit from that. We kind of became some of the top performers in Terror Squad. But as time passed, we got opportunities, things happened, and we ended up, creating specifically like a performance only crew that was kind of like inside of Terror Squad called New Era. But like we kind of disbanded from Terror Squad at a certain point, started just doing it on our own, performing at car shows and whatever was going on, shit that we could, and just using it as a way to just be a performance, I want to say crew, but it was called New Era. And this is before P-Top got in the group. P-Top is a part of Goon Squad, which from the north side, and they've been like we've been battling them for years. You know what I'm saying? That's just, people in the city that we know that's doing anything to the other side of the town. It just was at a certain point, I got an opportunity to go do an Al Pacino movie. And when I got to the airport, P-Top was there. He had got hired to do the same movie I was doing because we had the same friend at the time. And I was actually going to fry P-Top ass at the airport. You know what I'm saying? But, me, that's just my battle instinct. I'm like, why are you at the same airport I'm at, fam? You feel me? But at the same time, I'm like, all right, let me just see what he's on. And we end up going and having an experience and like having a review contracts together. He ain't never really did that before. So I was teaching him how to do that type of shit. And it kind of like all just like went together. And during that time period, Manny was in college at the Art Institute. He was like half into footwork, half into being a media director, animator actually. Stilo was at Olive Harvey, working at Shake Shack, I believe. Or matter of fact, I think we all was working at Food Fest, I think, at that time. After me and P-Top did the Al Pacino movie, I say, hey, P-Top, when we come back to Chicago, I'm going to bring all my friends together. And we're going to, we're going to bring back this group that we started called New Era. We're going to get it back going again. And the rest was history. He came to the crib. We had the meeting. We brought in some other people. It wasn't just us five, of course. It was at that time probably was like 12 of us probably when we first started. And after that, it kind of dwindled down, of course. But P-Top and one of our old collaborators came up with the name of the Era. But it's kind of like a group thing. But like P-Top like to claim that he made it New Era because we had to deal with we don't want to be called like after the hat company. So he claimed that he took it and made it the Era, and so we let him have it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of like how we like formulate it. You know what I'm saying? We've been going since then because the reason was because I was already at a certain point, I was touring with DJ Rashad, DJ Span. Like I was one of the first food workers to go with DJ Manny, AG, Rashad, and Span on the first Planet Mu tour. But might have been Bangs and Works, if I'm not mistaken. But Planet Mu had put out a project and it was a tour for it. And we were the first food workers to go. You can probably find this picture online. We all overseas for the first time. Like, this was the first time dancers and DJs traveled together. You feel me? To go perform overseas. And that like kind of sparked the tradition, not the tradition, but just the director of where footwork will go from that point of dancers and DJs performing on stage together. And what that trend, what that formulated to over the years to come. Because from that point, when I got back to the city, I'm like, shit, over the years, everybody stopped coming on tour with Rashad and Span. I was the only one that kept going on tour with Rashad and Span over the years for personal reasons why people couldn't come. Well, we had to keep pushing. So as the music, once Rashad dropped Double Cup, he had already been on tour with Chance the Rapper. They was doing that whole thing. I was still at Food for Less, but I was still doing one-off shows with Rashad whenever he would call me. So I'd be taking off work to go perform at Pitchfork Festival or to go perform at some major festival they needed me to come to. Surprisingly, I'd be the only food worker there too. We in Chicago, wherever we was at, he'd just be calling me. So from that point, I'm like, well, shit, the music is taking off, but the dance is not going with it. So we got to find a way to bring the dance with it. So that was like the mission behind it. We got to push the dance to the next level. We got to keep it authentic because we the actual ones who would learn from the legends. Like we the babies of all the legends that really was cold at footworking. We got to keep that authentic form, push the dance to be able to move with the music as one. Because that's when you see footwork the best, as when you see the music and the dance and the dance and the music together. When you see one of them, it look a little weird. You'd be like, what type of music is this? You might like it if you into it, you know what I'm saying? But the music has grown to be liked accepted by more people because there's been better music made over the years. But if you see the dance by itself, you look at dance like, damn, what kind of dance is this? When you see them together, you automatically get it. And that's when it's seen at the best. And like, that's what we wanted to embody when we made the Era was. We want to be able to make, push everything as one DJ, dancer, or DJ artist. Because now we artists. Like, we don't even look at ourselves as like just dancers. We are dancers that know how to do music, know how to community organize, know how to build, know how to teach, know how to, like, we not just, most dancers are just teachers. Like, we not just teachers. We do music. We got our own company. We do our own shows. We perform our music. We dance to our own music. We do everything just about, I'm creating an art exhibition this year. You know what I'm saying? Manny has a film coming out. Stilo has a fashion house within the Era. P-Top has his own youth event called The Ring, where it's like battle rap, but the kids we get to highlight the kids. Spin is our music director. He's in the Era. So it's one house of artists and creativity now. So we're not just dancers. You know what I'm saying? But we dance at our core though.
I love how intricate it is. It's not just, like you said, it's not just about, oh, I'm dancing, I'm a dancer. It may have started in that way, it started on the West Side, you know, very slow, really. You know,
140.
exactly. And now it's like 160 BPM, and just that evolution over time. I want to get into the culture of Chicago because a lot of footworkers, we come from the hood. I mean, I'm saying I'm like a novice here, but listen.
For sure.
We come from the hood. It's not like you footworking in St. Charles. It's not like you footworking in Winnetka. Like, you from the east side, you're doing this to pass the time. You're doing this because there's literally
Absolutely.
nothing else to do. And you kind of mentioned this earlier before, you have added that community activism piece to it. Can you tell me a little bit more about where that's headed and the purpose behind it?
I had a non-for-profit that I started, I want to say about 3 to 4 years ago, possibly, called Open the Circle. It's not around anymore, but we closed it down because we did a total transferring thing. But we started that non-for-profit to create a footwork camp. And that footwork camp 3 years ago, we ran it for 3 years straight. So we largely responsible for a lot of the children who are footworking. Because at a certain point, Chicago and even people inside of footwork wasn't focused on the children at all. So we found those kids in these dance groups in Chicago. All of the old dancers that we all love, from the third dimension that is now Empire to House Arrest, we found all these kids. We brought funding and our resources to these dance groups. And these dance groups are out here tagging every year. We just wanted to find a way to support them and also bring back footwork to where they are, because they were just majoretting to footwork tracks.
Yeah.
They out there majoretting and they doing hip hop routine stuff. We like, why y'all not footworking to the tracks?
Right.
That's that they may for y'all to footwork. Oh, y'all don't know how to footwork.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, y'all got these people who think they know how to footwork teaching y'all. Or it's like, nah, we don't got to do that. We can teach them how to footwork and teach y'all how to footwork and give y'all some structure to build off of and reunite footwork with the dance community where, initially where it came from, where it spawned from initially.
Right.
Or one of the places where it spawned from, I would say. I wouldn't say it's the initial place. So with that, we created this camp, brought in a curriculum, brought in funding for them as well, so we can help out some of the parents too, because they be having to pay for stuff. So I'm sure it helped them in some kind of way. And we taught them foundation. And these kids grew up, right? And we told them this what happened. We said, go out there and make your own groups. But they went out there and joined other groups, which is, groups that were already here, which is cool. But, that kind of led to a lot of the kids joining these groups that were already here. So a lot of the kids that y'all see were either taught by kids that were at our camp or influenced by us. We had these kids when they was, 7, 8, they 19 now. You know what I'm saying? Or they 15, they 15 now or 19 now. And they doing amazing things now within footwork. And we done put them on buildings. They done been a part of all different types of documentaries, opportunities to perform, things we ain't never had when we was coming into footworking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was battling for nothing. Like, they getting paid to battle now. They getting paid to perform. They in the airport. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Incredible.
Man. So a lot of the things that we did with that camp transpired and helped produce what's going on now in the culture. And I'm super happy for it, because even though that not-for-profit is not around anymore, we created a whole new not-for-profit under our new organization that's pushed a new initiative, which is this Footwork Saves Lives retreat that will be coming soon. That we got an initiative going now. People can go donate and support. We plan on doing a retreat with some youth and some legends of footwork in a different city, to really get them away from Chicago, to really show them, because footwork is like a art form. It is an art form.
It is.
It's like a martial arts. You know what I'm saying? In a way. So to take the kids away, to give them, what I'm saying, that feel of what they could possibly do with footworking, we didn't have that or the opportunity to do that. Just giving kids a new experience, man. I think it's always providing an experience and giving a new experience to people coming into the culture, because it's just needed. Like, kids need to get away, see a different environment, know that they safe. And you got to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? We talking meditation. We talking breathing exercises. We talking life coaching. We talking, and you finna learn some shit. We finna we bringing the people who taught us plus us. Like, we ain't have us coming in. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no young OGs who was at the top of their game. Still, we ain't had it. All we had was people that just older than us, and it wasn't no middle kids. We had to just get it how we got it. So now that they got us, and we the gateway to other legends, it just make it a full circle thing for us to be able to provide that and give opportunities to these kids to be able to see something different, and experience something that's I'm not gonna say better than what they at, but just giving them a different outlook on what they can do as artists, as creatives, and just a space to be them and learn
Mm-hmm.
about themselves, a deeper part of themselves versus just going someplace and we on vacation, let's go to the amusement park. It's like, nah, we gonna teach you about yourself because we learning about ourselves still. You know what I mean? The retreat is a great exchange of that.
That's incredible. Having that early access to personal development, especially coming from where we're coming from and being able to, just delve into something deeper. Like you said, that meditation, that breathing, those types of things like that we are missing in the curriculum. They're not teaching that at
Yes.
Bradwell. They're not teaching that so yeah, I love it. I wanted to talk about real quick the future. What's happening within the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? Are you going to be footworking until you're
Yeah,
60, 70?
absolutely. 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 You want to know why? Because I make sure I eat correctly and I wake up and I stretch and I work out every day. I run, make sure that I apply what the universe offers so that I can use it to my full capabilities. I can't go. You know what I mean? I can't go for none, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much opportunity out here and so much life to experience. And I understand that. So I'm finna apply it, every step of the way and make sure that the people coming behind me or people who older than me or the same age as me can be motivated by that. Cause I love when I'm riding that horse and I look to my left and my right and there's somebody riding a horse just like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Cause it's just motivation and inspiring for me. And I try to exude that and pour that into my team, you know what I'm saying? Because they give me the motivation to keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really can do this together, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
and we can collaborate with other people like you know what I'm saying? That's doing amazing things in the community. Like, I think it's a beautiful thing. And, to look forward in the future, you know what I'm saying? Footwork is coming. It's on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music, the music that we creating, I don't gotta hype it. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta tell people like, yeah, it's this. Like, I know that I know that we don't sound like nobody else. I know that
Yes.
ain't nobody doing what we doing. And it's only room for other people to come in and celebrate this with us and really be a part of Footwork the right way. Like, we don't gotta be background dancers for anybody else. Like, cause we ain't ever been that. Anybody ever seen us? It's been us in our videos, us in our shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime we collaborate with artists, we got our own space and we collaborate with them as the artists too. We got so much power in what we do, and it's gonna it's gonna show in the music and the art that we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all like giving Footwork a voice. It's tremendous. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna go from, oh, my cousin know how to footwork. I seen them footworking over there to like, hey, y'all know what them is? Like, that's the era. They woo woo woo. Or that's such and such. They do this. You heard that song from woo woo woo? Or this, like, that's how it's gonna be versus how
Right.
it used to be. It's gonna be a whole different format for this, and I'm glad to be a part of it because I care. I love foot. I gave my life to footworking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's time it's been time, but it's really time now for the world to really see it and appreciate footworking and put it versus just, I love footwork. You're going to respect it and push it just the same way that we push it and love it and want to be
Right.
around it, want to hear the music, want to dance to it, want to live our life to it. Cause it's not just some trend. Like, this footwork been around for 30 plus years. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? It's been going. It ain't come from black kids who ain't had nothing to do, who just wanted to be creative and be heard. And now we adding a voice to it. Like, that's what's coming next. Like, the voice of footwork is coming. Y'all finna hear what we got to
Mm.
say. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, I'm super happy about that because it's only gonna make it better for the next people coming in to tell their stories.
Mm-hmm.
Because we dancers, we all got a story to tell, no matter what you is, whether you a dancer, musician, a basketball player, whatever. But like, people don't get to hear what dancers got to say. We just
Mm.
putting it back, and we ain't ever been there. So now you get to see it, and we've been doing this music shit for 8 years. But like, the past 2 years, like, since the We Gon' Step and like Who Better and the new songs we put out, we really like attempted music. You know what I'm saying? We was able to like
Right.
put our toe in and like dance our own music, but like now it's like, I bet now we're gonna show you that we really can do it on a different level. You know what I'm saying? And like, we coming different with it, and it means something. It ain't just us
Right.
doing music like everybody. Like, now we really pushing a message, really telling stories that need to be heard that haven't been told. Childhood stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You a dancer. You got
Yes.
stories that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got these stories, and no matter who you are, you should be, you have the right to tell it.
Absolutely. I mean, wow. As I'm hearing you say this, I'm getting chills because, dancing is a part of my life. Like, I don't need no music to dance. I don't need, I dance in my house by myself. I don't need, that is a mental health. That's a part of my
Therapy.
identity. Okay.
Yes.
If I'm feeling bad, I'll turn on some shit and I'm feeling better and I'm alive, right? And so that is this, and this is the reason why I reached out to you, because I felt that you felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? And like that, and Chicago has a culture, I mean, of dancers. We movers, like from stepping to footworking to juking to, I mean, this is who
Popping.
we are. Bopping. I mean, we have a culture that is so rich, and I feel like you said, we really don't. People don't get it. So last thing. So in 2023, you were awarded the National Dance Project Production Grant, amplifying your work in the footwear culture and expanding your efforts. So what was that like? You know, what do you have to say about being able to expand what it is that you're already doing?
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. I've been trying to refigure out what I am outside of the era and who Lightbulb is before I started the era. And it took me about a year and a half to figure it out, and I found it out. You know, and I figured it out. And this is shit that my friends were telling me to do, because I'd be so focused on the era. And like, man, you got to do some shit for you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is that? What am I now? You know what I'm saying? I did all of this shit, all these work, all these years. What am I now? And I was like, oh, I'm a producer. I'm a creative producer. I can do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? How do I encompass all of that within my art, within my work? And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna create a whole production company around myself. Where I produce footwork tutorials, I produce shows, I produce my own music, I produce art shows, I produce everything. I help the community. You know what I'm saying? And that just, that helped me create this platform, LB Productions, and come up with this new show around my art. Because I didn't want to just come up with the company and it just be this thing. I wanted to have, again, a real meaning behind it. So I created a commercial, Footwork Is Now, which represented my thought process behind my work and what I wanted to show. And that turned into me, bringing the idea that I talked about years ago, where I was going to just pretty much lab and practice with all of the legends of footwork that I never got a chance to practice with. The hidden ones, the ones that we never get to see, the ones that we just hear fairy tales and stories about how raw they was. I was like, well, I'm going to go set up a journey where I can go find them. And not only that, I'm going to change the form. I'm going to recreate the move that started the form, which is the ghost. And that turned into me, coming up with this project called New Ghost, where I would find the original creator of the ghost and find my cousin, Anthony Brown, who I didn't even know was my cousin. I found that he was already teaching me. Anthony Brown is like the Will Chamberlain GOAT, all of them souped up into one of footworking. Like Anthony Brown created, you feel me? Him in the dungeon, they're like they fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know, I thought they was my cousin, so it make it all for the South Side. It's like the South Side is Anthony Brown, West Side is like Bo. And also on the South Side, you got Calvin Goose and Michael Stepson, but they like pre-footwork. Like they footwork, but they like right before Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown, like moves was done singularly, like Erkin Drakes was done, it'd be skates, it'd be ghost, it'd be shaking bass. And Brown came and put them all together. And made combinations, you know what I'm saying, sets and the shit that we do, you know what I'm saying, from that it evolved on. But Anthony Brown always spoke about his friends, like his homies, and we didn't never know who they was, but they these super legendary people that nobody from my generation ever seen, you know what I'm saying. People have heard about it, even people they span age don't even know who these people are really. Like he barely knew them, but I found them all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I won an award, and like, it was in the rebuilding phase, so I was able to like have my team apply for this grant, put it together, and we won the motherfucker. And I'm like, I bet. So now I can do this work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I found Bo, got my cousin, he told me where everybody was. I went out west and found they legends. I found a lot of the people who are part of like creating the forum. You know what I'm saying? And I recreated the ghost already. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now this exhibition is happening June 6th. Well, June 3rd through the 7th at Hairpin Art Studio. The tickets and everything is about to be announced. I want to say before this month is over. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much. You know what I'm saying? But like, we about to announce the exhibition, and it's a full multimedia exhibition. I got visuals. I'm retracing my childhood, how I'm connected to the ghost. Through my mother's kitchen, and just showing how this move is traced over time. And these legends gonna be in the building, so I'm highlighting them. The best thing about it, I get to highlight them. I'm gonna be interviewing them live while dancing. So it's gonna be some dope ass shit. And I think everybody in the city, if you can get a ticket, it's only gonna be 160 tickets. just like the BPM. So if you can get a
Damn.
ticket, you can get a ticket. Hope you get one.
Oh,
It'll be
for sure.
viewing
I'm
days.
there. I'm
You know what I'm saying?
there.
It'll be viewing days. So from the third to through the from the third through the fifth, you'll be able to go in and just view the exhibition. And then on the sixth and the
Mm.
seventh, which is Friday and Saturday, I'll be bringing the exhibition to life. So I'll be performing live within the exhibition, live interviews, the whole thing within there. So hopefully y'all get a ticket.
Incredible. That's so incredible. I'm so proud.